Now, originally this video was going to be me playing the T-86, but since this thing has been annoying the ever-living crap out of me, we are just not going to do that because I hate light tanks, and this light tank is the size of a boat. So, yeah, I'm scrapping that altogether, and I'm going to talk about my experience with Japan thus far. Uh, well, I'm going to talk about it for a bit, then I'm going to play a few matches, and yeah, to me, in Tier 1 Japan, other than the Ho-Ro and the Rogo, which neither of them do I have, um, I feel like the only decent tanks you have, or the best thing you can use, is probably this, honestly. Because whilst, yes, you can do damage with this, and it actually has its heat isn't even that impressive, 55 millimeters of pen. Just it's a very underwhelming country to play on tier 1, whilst the 37 is actually fairly decent. Why am I checking armor? Yeah, the 37 is actually fairly decent with 44 mils a pen. It's just not enough to me. It's just not enough pen. It's just nowhere near enough. Not to mention the lack of HE filler for your rounds. And though one thing I will say that Japan does have in Tier 1, from what I've seen, is maneuverability. Well, at least to me. Oh, and reverse speed. Because if you see here, you get 18.9 reverse speed with Japan, or the Chiha. Then with the Kami, you got 10 kilometers per hour, which you might be like, yeah, but that's not like too great. Well, it's good enough for like especially with this 18 kilometers per hour in reverse is actually pretty good. Then back to the negatives, you have pretty much no armor. Pretty much the only thing you're going to be deflecting with really any part of your tank is probably the random chance encounter you have with a World War I tank, which the chances of encountering one of those now is still slim to none. But yeah, tanks wise, not really the greatest. But moving on to planes, honestly, I don't mind Japanese planes. I just think their armament so far, from what I've seen, is just lackluster overall. Though going to like some of the later ones in the next tiers, you get 20 mils and you get 12.7s, moving up and moving on, blah blah blah. I don't feel like talking about this for too long. uh, but yeah, this truck with the 20 mil. To be fair, low tier SPA is just overpowered as is. So yeah, this thing's got pretty much the same amount of pen as the Chiha, I'm pretty sure. If I could figure out how to use a controller again. Yeah, it's only 10 millimeters off of, yeah, but I'd much rather play this truck than any Japanese tank of the first tier. Though then again, if we're comparing it to a country or a country's tech tree like France, I'd much rather Japan over France. And probably, well, to be, and that's actually probably about it. I was gonna say Sweden or Britain, but no. If we just look at Sweden's first tier, you've got some pretty decent options. Not to mention you get APDS with your Swedish tanks. Pretty sure. Yep, you get APDS, which does absurd penetration for this tier. And you've also got my favorite silly little bonking light tank. You got the BT-42, then whole bunch of other stuff. Then you also get the Russian T-28, which honestly I don't think it's all too great. I just don't like obscenely large tanks. Well, other than the Mouse and the E100, but the E100 costs a fortune and the Mouse is rare. Though I do have the Mouse, I do have it, but yeah. Not, and then you've got French Tier 1, which pretty much all of these tanks are just so under. Other than this one, I will say this one is good because it has like 40 mils of armor pretty much all around. Then you've got so like I don't really I'm not good at this whole reviews thing. But for tanks that I think are actually decent in French tier 1, I'd say it's this one. This little however you pronounce that, the H39, the S35, then the D2. Those to me are probably the best. Oh wait, the H39, that is, no. The R35. Yeah, that one. Then I, oh right, then the SAU 40, which is actually really good for a tank destroyer. Then moving on to the tier 2, you have the 2C, which is pretty much the only thing I really cared about getting for France. But going back to Japan, yeah, you kind of have to suffer a bit, but it's kind of worth it because later on, well, once I get this one, it's got a 75 41 mils pen for basic stats. Then you move on to a 90 penning heat round, which honestly I wouldn't say heat is all that great for Japan, mainly due to the fact that heat can be annoying at times, which I hope is agreeable to someone. I've talked for too long. I'm just gonna get into the first match. So yeah. See you in the first match, I suppose. I suppose we have Poland, and thank God it's not the winter version, because if it was the winter version, it just no. I don't like the winter version of Poland. It's just way too bright. Not to mention they've changed quite a bit for like interface in the game. So like when you get killed by someone, you actually see what killed you and like what ammo they were using, what BR their tank is. We're gonna start off with the Chiha to begin, which 40 kilometers per hour is. Oh, we got a 2C Bis. That is one of the premiums I actually want because it would fit in a lot better with my World War I lineup. Which technically doesn't that mean the Behemoth in Battlefield 1, the 2C is technically incorrect? Because wasn't the 2C produced only made after World War I ended? Albeit like very soon after the war ended. I don't know. Not to mention what's surprising is that the Saint-Chamond, or Saint-Chamond, or however it's pronounced, has a better gun than the 2C penetration-wise, but given pretty much all the other stats of the tank, doesn't really... Well, it actually means quite a bit, because to me the 2C should be treated... Not the 2C. The Saint-Chamond should be treated as a sniping tank rather than a close range, like pushing into the caps sort of thing, since you have like pretty much no armor. Oh wait, we're fine, Okay. Yeah, just like, playing Japan is very underwhelming. Oh, that is a man. You're not gonna, like, shoot through that, are you? You wouldn't be that crazy, right? You're not that crazy, right? You're pretty crazy. Wait, I just proxy killed myself. Oh, that's actually kind of funny, though. Okay, yeah, so, wait, did I? I'm pretty sure I killed myself by proximity, but... ooh, wait, do I have different belts for this? Oh, I do. Oh, cool. Actually, no, I'm gonna bring Universal. Because this one has 2 of the higher I forgot about this. Yeah, so sometimes you spawn in the airfield, or it has you automatically set to spawn in the airfield, sometimes it spawns you in the air. I feel like it should just be default spawn in the air. Not to mention, this plane has 10 seconds of turn time, which is absolutely nuts for this tier. I'm not sure if it's better than the I-16, but it might be up there. But yeah, you'd be lucky if anything outturns you. But what is actually surprising about this plane is that you'll run out of ammo very quick if you don't, like, aim properly and you just spray bullets assuming you're gonna hit something. Okay, I've been talking way too much. My jaw's starting to hurt. Yeah, no more yapping. No more. Just a silent flight. Though I'd much rather an HE 112 over this. Specifically the A0 because it's 0.3 BR lower and it's also got a 20mm armor piercing cannon on it that can pretty much deal with just about anything.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is
Okay. Just spot him for the team, you know. Yep, I could hear a plane, and I could also, and now I can see it. It'd be nice if I could see anything. I keep forgetting I don't have the same kind of G tolerance as my German plane crews would have. What? Why would you crash, man? Why are you crashing? Why did you have to crash? So then again, there isn't too much point to bring this to a ground RB due to the fact that it just doesn't have any sort of effective armament for just about anything. Unless there's a Saint-Chamond, even though, well, technically, well, actually there won't be, because... Okay, just mark him for the BT. Oh, thank you, man. Oh, that was, Povlov. That is kind of scary. It's actually pretty damn scary. Oh, that's a... Okay, we're gonna... Okay, I think that's another Povlov, actually. It looks very similar. I thought it was a Flak Panzer for a second, but... actually, it could have been. No, it was definitely a Povlov. Who's shooting me? We didn't need that. We didn't need that. Banzai! Oh man. Why doesn't that kill anything? Why doesn't crashing a plane into something kill it? Well, I mean, it sometimes does now. But, like, not all the... Wait, this is considered bad weather? What do you mean, bad weather? This is, like... It doesn't look that bad out. Like, yeah, it's a bit cloudy over there, but, like, overall, it doesn't look that bad. I think they're just being a little pessimistic, you know, about the weather. Yeah, only bad thing about this is, these two guys are kind of just sitting there, waiting for somebody to shoot them, so, yeah, they've got that going for them. And my reasoning for starting the Japanese tech tree is because I'm like, huh, or I was scrolling, I see a video, I forget what the guy's channel name is, but he did a challenge where he had to get Tank Ace in historically BR'd Japanese tanks. So he's pretty much playing this. He's pretty much playing this at like 5.3, and as you could imagine, it probably didn't go too well. Well, actually, I'm not going to say that. It actually went fairly decent for the man. He did complete the challenge. Can we kill him from... What am I kidding? Who am I kidding? You can kill anything from any range, as long as you set your mind to it. Please stop. I don't like that. Ouch. You've turned my loader orange. How dare you? Harumph. Alright, this has, like, no... This has no braking, so, yeah, that's pretty cool. The brakes are very pitiful. Very, very pitiful. Wait, do you actually see something, Mr. Man? Who's shooting at me from over there? Wait, I got eyes on a something or other. Got eyes on a something or other. Panzer IV, maybe? Okay, we got his track. He ain't going. He ain't gonna go nowhere. Turn. Where? Oh, I see you. Oh, he's dead. No, my extra wheel. Not my extra wheel. Not my extra wheel. Where? Oh man, I needed that. Honestly, I feel like your repair should take longer if the... Pull over! This is the police! Ah! No, not the Panzer IIIB, not the worst of the Panzer IIIs. Oh god, this thing stomps. I'm just saying. Oh no. Oh no. He's not dead, he's just very sad. He's too sad to continue fighting. He's just way too sad to continue. Kind of sad, honestly. 6 ground targets, 1 zone captured, 2 deaths, 1 something or other, and a partridge in a pear tree. Whatever a partridge is, I'm assuming it's some type of bird. Most definitely. Anyway, that's besides the point. On to the next match. Honestly, with Japan, with most other countries, I don't like playing Attica, but with Japan, for some reason, it goes surprisingly well. I don't know why. Maybe Japan is just a secret blessing for me that my Attica matches go well. But just for some reason it goes well for me on Attica with Japan. No other country. Well, except Sweden, maybe. Though I've gotten Attica so many times, it's not even funny. Honestly, I'm tired of seeing this map. Honestly, I do not know why they added this map. Oh, I also got the Ha-Go after the last round, so, yeah, I've got that going for me. What's a decent amount of... I guess 30... To be fair, I'm in kind of the 7... That's 7-7. Well, I'm well past 7-7 for the German tech tree. I'm at like 9-3, so. Oh right, then for the more babbling, but I've got the. I'm almost to what isn't I almost got the 2A4, the Leopard 2A4, which is one of the tanks I really want. Oh, looks like I've got no one assisting me. Typical, very typical. Place that right there. Because yep, China. Which, if you're playing against China, you might as well be playing up against both America and Russia. It's actually just both of them combined. I forget what China has. Though I'm not going to start the Chinese tech tree because there's just nothing that China has that I'd want. It just doesn't have anything. Not even for MBTs. Because China to me is it's just pretty much every other country's tanks. Oh right, you also get some Japanese tanks with China. That's about it. Though what's strange is that China gets the M8, whilst for America the M8 is a premium you have to buy. Bye bye, demon.
Enemy forces have captured a zone. We're winning. Attack the A points.
What's luck? Would you look at that? Man, this tank business is really easy. Oh. Actually, can we do this? You missed. Oh, we got it. Wait, we hit his barrel with heat and it did nothing. Oh. God, that's embarrassing. Getting killed by the worst of the Panzer. Honestly, the Panzer IIIB has the least amount of armor of any Panzer III. It has less speed than any of the Panzer IIIs. It's got the worst gun of all the Panzer IIIs. So I'm a little confused. Perhaps you guys could help me. Why does the Panzer IIIB exist in the game? I feel like that one weird version of the Panzer IV, the Hydrostat, would work much better in the game than that. I just don't understand why such a useless, just the most useless pile of garbage is in the game. And he's dead. His gamer tag is dinner ready yet? Well, if your crew's dinner, then it's well beyond cooked. Just saying. Your crew is cooked. Oh, we're so dead. We're so dead. We are so dead. We're just toast. Oh, I guess not. Why aren't we dead? Oh. That almost lost my cool there. Wait, how do you get how do you get Artie off? Ouch. Who is this? Where are you? I actually don't know, so if you could, like, remind me. I see you. Oh, it's a Panzer III DAC. I hate that thing. Though, once you figure out that MG 34s, I think? I forget which one it is. Might Well, or pretty much German MGs can rear pen a T-26 from a very specific spot on the back. Oh, it's a little Italian car. I've played that before, it's actually quite fun. Honestly, I'd probably prefer playing this over this or play that over this entire lineup. Okay, the Hago's got speed, okay. It's got one thing going for it. Not sure how we non-penned a Panzer II. Doesn't make any sense. Alright, I shouldn't be playing this too aggressively because we only got like 12 mils armor all around. Alright, Japan's the only country I know of that... Oh. Was it just me or... Wait, let me... Okay, for a second, like, when I fired, I thought it made the Minecraft tool breaking noise. Tell me if you kind of heard that also. Man, I just wish they... No, I'm not gonna make that comment. I was gonna be like, man, I wish they made good movies, but they still do. So you know, I'm not gonna talk about that. I don't like getting heated about like small things. Yep. We can't even pen a French. We can't even pen a French. That's a French right there, and we couldn't even do nothing. We couldn't do anything to that, you know. That did words. Trust. Just trust. Not to mention, this thing has a better turn time than this biplane. Turn time of 16.0 versus this thing 10. 10.2. If you want to get really specific about it, but no. Just no. How are we doing? Not great. I do not like Japan. That is my conclusion for my entire experience with this so far. Do not like all that much. Who is capping the B point? Okay, that's a... I was gonna say, is it the Belgian Gladiator, but no. The Belgian Gladiator... Actually, no. The enemy has France, so the only way we'd see a Belgian Gladiator is... Okay, Mr. American Man, can you please stop being smart and using your 50 cals to shoot down tanks? Where are you? Where'd you go? I feel like the reason why I'm not getting the turn time I need is A, because I'm going too fast, and B, because my sensitivity is probably very low. But then again, I don't even know how to change that, so yeah. Honestly, not too big of a fan of Japan overall, just not really. Man, I do love it when I get the same map 2 times in a row. That's just wonderful. No, what really sucks is getting the same map 5 times in a row, because I think way back when I got like it was either Sinai, Jungle, or Alaska, like 5 times in a row. And each of those maps get annoying after like just like 2 in a row. Like, oh well, this one also I've probably gotten multiple times in a row. Though I think War Thunder should... Honestly, I don't know why they choose, or I'm not sure how it works, but like, just like the sheer factor of being able to get the same map more than once in a row, to me, it just should never happen. Also, I got the Hoei in the lineup, Because after the very first round I did, unlocked it because I got 6 kills with the... Or I might as well have just gotten 6 kills with the thing. The one thing, you know, the little Truckman Type 94. Though this thing, for armor, is actually not all that underwhelming. It actually has pretty decent armor. It's got 50 mils on the front turret face and on the front hull, which, I mean, compared to the Panzer III, well, Panzer III's of this tier, it's actually got better frontal armor, but the thing with the Panzer III is since it's like a squared off hull and it doesn't have like angled bits, if you angle it, you actually get a lot... You bush... Oh, this has got... I forgot. Japan tank... Oh, right. Another thing I hate about Japan's tanks. They've got absolutely no velocity for their rounds. Just none. You'd be lucky if you even saw your... You'd be lucky if you even hit anything point blank, honestly. It's just so annoying to aim. So annoying. And I feel like that was evident the first round when I was trying to kill that Panzer IIIB. But then again, to be fair, I placed a few rounds at him that should have hit, but they didn't. Oh, not to mention Japan's basic camo schemes suck a lot. Alright, where are you? Okay, tank, I'm gonna need you to listen to me. Oh, they killed the Panzer IV. Cool. Oh, I see a something. I see a something. Why would you need any other tank and... What the... That's fucking cool. That's so cool. That's so cool. That's very cool. You're a very cool dude. You're very cool. Yeah. Yeah, I thought that too. You're pretty cool. You're just so cool. Like, you're so cool that, like, wow. Like, even if Cool saw you, it'd be like, whoa. Like, goddamn. Chill. Chill for a second, you know. Geez. Maybe, I think I've just over War Thundered myself. Because I'm trying to grind for the HO-229, I'm trying to grind enough SL to buy the Leopard 1A5 for, so I can progress to the next part of the German tank tech tree and get the Leopard 2A4. Then I'm also trying to progress the Japanese tech tree a little, because I want to do a couple things for Japan. Then I'm also trying to progress the German air tech tree to get the HO-229. I hear a something. I see a something. Oh, that's a scary guy. Okay. We have lost control. I've already lost track of this man. Don't mind me, teammate. I'll just handle this HE-112 on my own. God forbid Japanese pilots are any better at... Let's try this. Do I really have to play this game with you, buddy? I'm like really not in the mood for this. For fuck's sake.
Attention to the map.
You think you're gaining on me, buddy. You just think. It's all you can really do. Finally, we're on his tail. Get out of here, son. Go sip a juice box in the corner while you're at it. God damn. I'm so done. I'm so done dealing with you.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Nope. Ghosts. Did he die? Yep. Well, isn't it my lucky day? Wait, was it a... Yep, it was a Stuka moment. Depressing. They need to change it though, so you don't hear... Bye-bye. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's very bad. That's so bad. Wait, that's not even the Pavlov. That's actually just some guy. That is actually just some guy. Wait, it wasn't even a Pavlov I was looking at. What? I don't know what the Swedish, you know, SPAs are, so I apologize if I get any of those wrong for any nitpicky people who are like, that. But then again, it's War Thunder. It is only game. Though what I find funny is, what I find actually very, very funny, is that if you have ever played War Thunder Arcade, which for like the entire beginning of my War Thunder experience was pretty much all in arcade. And it is so funny how people will get mad for losing in an arcade mode. Like, get, like, very angry and, like, type a angry message out in chat. I just find it funny. Because you're playing the easiest mode of the game, and you're getting mad about it. Kind of just a skill issue at that point. Though then again, yeah, you can be like, I don't like my team. Yeah, just do that, but, like, it's not that deep. It's not. It really isn't. I hear something.
Attack the A point.
Do I? No, I definitely hear something.
Attack the A point.
That's what I hear.
Defend the A point.
That little shit. Yeah. Limp back to base, buddy. Limp back to base. Yeah. Actually, is that a Swedish gladiator? I didn't know the Swedes had one. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, though. Okay, we are having a bad time. We are having, very much so, what Sans Undertale. For those of you who know what Undertale is, we are definitely having a bad time. We are going to have a bad time. Not to mention, Japan tanks have stabilizers, but they don't seem to ever work. Honestly, I'm not convinced that Japanese tanks do have stabilizers. I honestly think it's just a bunch of lies, but I mean, oh, not to mention with Japanese machine guns, you have like the same amount of rounds as the average Italian machine gun. Which, if you know, you know. And the amount of rounds you get is little to no. How brave are you? I love stowage boxes. That's also why Japan tanks suck. Because your best round is a heat, but pretty much everything down the slow has some sort of static stowage box on the side. Just not a great combination for pretty much anything. Oh boy, I'm sick of Japan, honestly. I'm so sick of it. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's not my cup of tea for tanks. Okay. Let's just end this. Yeah, so that's Japan, I guess. Shrugs. That's Japan. Then again, Japan is the only country tech tree in the game that I know of that has a working hull-mounted machine gun in a turreted tank. Honestly, the only one I know of. But yeah, not that great. Honestly, I would much rather the German part of the tech tree because you get the 35T, which the 37 is actually a lot better than you think it would be. Then you have the Panzer 3B, which has the same 37, but it also gets 2 machine guns than it, and it also just has better armor, as you can see. Oh wait, that's the Panzer 3B. That's the awful one. You want this one. This one's got 30 mils like all around, so yeah, I'd go for that one. But then again, if you wanna start out easy, go for USSR. The Russian 47, I think it is. Oh, the Russian 45 it just destroys everything. Just keep that in mind. The 76 isn't too bad, but it's just not that good. If we're gonna be honest, it's just not that good. And if you played the Great War event, yeah, congratulations, you have this for Russia, which you can kill Panzer IIIs. You can't really kill Stuarts because of 0.4 millimeters of armor, I'm pretty sure. If we go to the United States tech tree. How much precisely? Let's use an M3 because usually I get full up tiers anyway, so like, what does it matter? Oh, never mind, 38.1, 15. Okay, yeah, but for some reason with the Stuarts, for Stuarts, I always, even though I hit here and it's got 26 millimeters of explosive pen, it just doesn't overpressure the turret crew, or like, no matter if you shoot here or here, it just does nothing. It does nothing. Even if it does explode, it just does nothing. So yeah, though, from a standpoint of just literally anything, go for Germany or USSR is my recommendation. Germany, USSR, Britain, these three are probably the best you can go for, but that's just my opinion. Do what you want. If you want to be very funny, you go for Italy. Go for Italy if you feel a little silly. Go for Great Britain if you want very good, very good high penning rounds. Because the British 40 is actually probably one of the best guns. Yeah, you get 80, well, 86 isn't that, it's very good for its tier, I will say that. Not the best, but it is pretty good for its tier. But yeah, I'm done talking. My throat is actually starting to hurt from how much I've been talking. So, yeah, see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Like, comment, subscribe, share this with anyone you think would enjoy this channel. It really helps out the channel. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. I'm doing a bunch of other series, such as Security Breach, which I'll play Security Breach Ruin after I'm done with that series. And of course, I'll have War Thunder Wednesday and War Thunder Weekend, so yeah, hope you enjoyed, and the next episode I am going to be playing probably the Churchill NA-75, or I will lose my mind with playing Germany with German teams. I have it set to arcade. Why would I do that? But yeah, almost there. Almost there. Almost there in two senses, because I've got, you know, only that much left to get on that FW, then I can get my favorite plane in the entire game. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna stop talking. Okay? Glad I could. Oh right, gotta get the thumbnail. Cool. Okay.